All right, oh, I get one question for you now this morning. And the question be say, based on waiting, you don't see Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu don't do in the last 10 days, how you take they see this administration? Because I don't meet a lot of people. They ask them, say, okay, last month you they shout obedient, you they shout obedient, you they shout say you won't go court, you don't they court, you don't they do everything. But I see many of you now, you they make comments. Many of you now, you they shout Jagaban. Some people, yes, that I know personally now are praising Jagaban. And I want to know if this is like something we don't really spread to a lot of people. So I want to make you drop your comment. How do you feel with the 10 days or the waiting Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu don't do in the last 10 days? We in don has home office, waiting be your take, waiting you how you take feel, waiting you they feel. I want to make you drop your comment. Is the guy they catch you or you know they catch you at all? I better drop your comments, share this video, make we read from here. We won't get view, we be say Nigeria get and one get opinion, waiting then think. Drop your comment, I beg Mona drop them. Hello my people. Hey, I don't come again no. You know, say I made a post sometimes ago, say, if this administration, if they continue to do something where we say, Nigerians, they see, say, then they walk. You know, think, say, they will win a lot of people to themselves. If they say, Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, they walk. And just one word, one sentence, really set the whole world on fire, set the whole Nigeria on fire. Subsidy is gone from Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. And since he made that statement, all hell has breakthrough. All hell, they unleash him on top the country, suffering of the people. The one we say then the cover up before, can they show people, can they open? And now when you look at the last 10 days, we say Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu done as on the office, you go see activities done they go on. Apart from the declaration on removal of subsidy, demand don't meet with service chief. It don't meet with our progressive governance. It don't appoint GF. He don't do a lot of things. He don't meet with the son himself, Falana. He don't meet Yoruba Hobas. And I believe say all the meeting where in the get no be or joke not to discuss some things. So me I can't they talk to few Nigerians say, waiting you they see, waiting you they think. By prediction, waiting me I predict, they come to pass on top of that matter. Because some people will be say I follow talk before the election. Now they are doing like this, like I feel like say this man they move around, they be like saying they work. All right, they tell people, we say, where they see all those things, but don't forget, say, people they court they still they court anyhow, and something else they happen for court, and if eventually, I'm just saying, assuming, if they now talk, say, the people will be say they want their mandate back, to make they get them, how people go react. But then I want you to drop your comment. I want to, this is just to get some insight, to get some reaction from you guys. That, okay, looking at some things we be say, Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu don't say, I don't make this post before. Looking at some things we be say, Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu don't they do. In the last 10 days, we be saying his home office, you don't stop fuel smuggling to neighboring country and many more in just 10 days. He appoints the COS, he appoints the appointment of SSA to the office of president, appointment of NSA, appointment of many appointments, suspension of the CPN governor, and DSS arrested him for investigation. So, looking at all these things, what do you think? Are you saying that? Okay, maybe let's just keep moving. Let's keep flowing with whatever this man they do. And I've had some other people also saying that, okay, whose life this one don't change with all the things we don't do. Now whose life it don't change. But then my question be say, looking at many things we be say it don't happen in the last 10 days. How do you still feel? How do you still see Jagaban? How do you still see him as the president of United of Nigeria? I say United of Nigeria. I did dream far because I want to make the country united so we can move. So what's your take on Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu in the last 10 days that he has home office? Waiting don't achieve. Where we say some people see as okay, it work, and some people they say and say it don't really change life. But then what do you think? What's your take? And waiting with the see how the man they doing thing. Do you still see him as okay president-elect, or you see him as president-elect? As they won you don't win your soul, or you still never agree? Yes. What do you think? It's just a question. It's just to get an insight from many people out there, just to get what you are still thinking about this administration and what do you feel? What do you think? Do you think, okay, with Achiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, with what you've said in the last 10 days, do you think the country might be heading somewhere good, or you think the country is sinking? Is sinking? What do you think? I mean, put politics aside if possible, and just for once be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. My own opinion is I'm still watching. That's my own reaction to this. I'm watching, and no matter, I have my own opinion. Which if I begin to talk, many of you could just look at me like, wait till they worry this one. We need to do things right. That's my own thing. Do things right. The foundation is more important. But now, this is just for you. What do you think if the guy don't win himself to you? If you don't, they agree with him a little by little. If you don't, they see him as your president, as if say, maybe about the fire, they go, making it go, just they do activities, they appoint everybody, they go. Thank you so much for watching. I better make and leave your comments. Okay, make I read from you and I go reply as he did drop them.
Definitely one for the adage that Peter Obi used when trying to describe how he would have handled, the removal of the fuel subsidy. When you're trying to remove a tooth, you won't just forcefully,
it was very apt.
Pull it out.
Very
you have
apt.
to put something that would, break the fall, or make it at least a little bit better on Nigerians. Yeah. And when we're looking at what the NLC themselves suspending their strike, I, for one, was very scared that we're going to go down that path, because if a strike like that happens, it doesn't necessarily make things better. Even though I understand why the NLC is pushing for an increase in salaries, because the workers definitely need something to cushion the effect of petrol now being about 490, 500 naira in certain places. Yeah. And the fact that they've been able to have this meeting with Gbajabiamila and come to a 7-point resolution about the 200,000 they were asking for was not necessarily realistic, seeing that the 30,000 that was approved back in 2019, we still had about 15 states. But what this has done is we're beginning to see state governors look at very interesting, solutions, creative solutions, thinking outside the box. For example, the Kwara State government and even Edo State government looking at 3-day work weeks. I never thought that I would see the day that 3-day work weeks would be allowed, and people will be allowed to work from home, which I believe, even after what happened with COVID, is something that we need to look at. You don't have to be on the road in traffic Monday to Friday. It has been proven that less work days actually increases productivity. But let's see how far this resolution can go, and hopefully the effects of a fuel subsidy, like even the president said yesterday, he said eventually the prices will come down.
Well, we just have to wait and see if the prices will come down. Which item in Nigeria has ever gone up, and come down in a manner that you can be certain that things will come out. But like you, I agree with Peter Obi using his adage and the analogy of the tooth, removal of the tooth. I think that's very apt. You can't just pull something off because you needed to. Given the fact that even you yourself, in 2012, there were you itemized clearly the things that needed to be done before President Jonathan could remove subsidy. The same logic should apply now to say that what have you done? President Buhari didn't do anything meaningful preparatory to the removal of the subsidy. All he did was to push that to the time that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will resume office, even though the PIA, Petroleum Industry Act, stipulates clearly that he ought to have removed it, by 2021, which he failed to do. And shifted it to Asiwaju Tinubu. Asiwaju Tinubu's excuse cannot be just that, this is something that the law says I must do. Questions must be asked. We must look at it holistically, even though everybody is almost on the same page that subsidies must go. Mm-hmm. But then in subsidies going, can Nigeria afford, most Nigerians, can they afford the effect of the removal of subsidy? Did we even need to get to the point that we are paying subsidy ab initio if we had done the right things with our refineries and with the crude swap arrangement with those who are giving us fuel abroad? What people are saying is that let the discussions be holistic, and don't let us take a knee-jerk reaction and then just say that we have removed it, it's gone. Because we can't come to a stage where we will say that workers, if they have been pushed to the wall, do not have the right to protest. All over the world, if there are issues, workers must protest to make sure that if they say that this is unbearable.
Interestingly enough, even the NUJ had released the statement that and I was wondering, what does that mean for us?
It's just a suspension, by the way. By the 19th, when they will return, we will know clearly. And don't say that Labour leadership does not know what they are talking about. They do. They may have issues within themselves that they are dealing with, but we must look at all those things holistically. The question of subsidy itself, because if we are losing so much, what about other areas of the economy where we are even losing much more
Definitely.
than this one? So I think it's important to be holistic about it.